What's good, fam? Let me tell y'all, today's a straight up wild one because I got some news about Drake that gon' have you looking at the whole industry different. So, first things first, Drake just caught the biggest L of his career, and I ain't talking about rumors or some small drama. I'm talking about Spotify waking up and snatching 7 million streams off his song Which One with Central C. That's not just a little tweak or a tech glitch, bro. That's a straight up purge. One day this track sitting at 27 million, looking like a W for the OVO camp, then boom, next morning it's all the way down to 20 million. Nah, that ain't regular industry shakeup. That's the platform basically looking Drake dead in the eyes and saying, you thought you was slick? See, folks been whispering about inflated numbers and bots, but now it's right there in your face. Bro ain't just making hits, he making fake streams. You ever seen this before on a dude this big? Numbers ain't lying, but somebody definitely is. It's got to the point where dudes online not even trying to clown no more. Folk just genuinely trying to figure out how is a whole 7 million just missing overnight. That's gotta hurt the ego. Y'all remember when Which One dropped? Whole rollout fell forced, lyrics fell flat, nobody was talking about it no more than a couple days. Supposed to chart at no dot 7 comma, right? Instead, it dropped like a rock out a window, sliding so hard it barely hanging in top 20 week after release. If the strings was real, the track would hold. But these vanished numbers say more than any diss track ever could, honestly. It's like Drake out here playing himself, and folks not buying what he's selling no more. But let's dig deeper, because if you only focus on streams, you missing the whole chessboard. This ain't just about embarrassment, this about credibility. Drake built this rep as the king of the charts, the dude who breaks the internet every drop. So now, with numbers going missing and that Botberry nickname getting louder online, it's like the mask slipping. Authenticity never mattered to mainstream fans before, but now I'm seeing even his own supporters looking at the stats like, wait, are we not the wave no more? That's a big deal, because if the numbers don't add up, everything else start to crack too. You got Kendrick out here winning with real albums, Clips dropping lyrical heat, and Drake looking like he fighting shadows. And for real, you think with all this pressure, he'd try and come back with music that silence all that noise. But nah, bro doubled down on the drama. Dude went full court press, ran straight to the legal side of things, straight up suing Kendrick Lamar and Universal Music Group over Not Like Us. Swear the year just started, but lawsuits already flying. Drake saying Kendrick defamed him on the track. That's wild. We ain't never seen this level of sensitivity in the rap game. Where I come from, beef solve itself in bars, not courtrooms. Now you got folk like Pusha T calling the whole lawsuit crazy, and you know Push ain't speaking out of turn. That dude been watching Drake for years, just biding his time. If Push saying is wild, then you know Drake looking shaky. Now you got everyone wondering, is Drake finally cracking under the pressure? Cause even the ops look way more prepared these days. Ever since Kendrick came with Not Like Us, Drake ain't delivered nothing that shook up the culture. He tried though. Boy been tweeting and posting, trying to get his voice up, but it's all text, no heat. If you gotta call your lawyer every time somebody rhyme your name, bro, maybe the rap game ain't for you no more. But wait, the plot get thicker. Drake pulled up at the 2025 Wireless Festival, and fam, he wilded out on stage. This ain't your regular awkward Drake performance. He let the crowd chant F Kendrick, hyped it up, and didn't try to shut it down. Bro was out there smirking through chants like he done caught a win, but to everyone watching online, it just looked desperate. Like he trying to gas up his own narrative cause the music can't do it. It's like you lost the real battle in the booth. So now it's time to rile up the crowd cause you ain't got nothing left to rap about. Like imagine needing your fans to chant for you instead of your music talking. People online saw right through that, calling it weak, performative, just sad really. You see Kendrick, he don't need the crowd to stand for him. His art got him. And right after all that chaos, fans, bloggers, and even some of Drake's old supporters started questioning if he's lost touch completely. You got Kendrick and Clips running laps around him in the culture, doing numbers with albums and singles that actually resonate. Meanwhile, Drake out here acting like a courtside Karen, trying to manage the narrative instead of letting the art speak. Never thought we'd see the day, but now that OVO machine just looking tired, man going from the certified hitmaker to a dude that looking for validation in viral moments and lawsuits. And while all that's happening, you got Clips sliding in with probably one of the hardest moves the game's seen in a minute. They drop Let God Sort 'Em Out. And bro, the politics behind the scenes was messy. Def Jam apparently wasn't even gonna let this record see daylight. Whole label allegedly trying to silence Kendrick's verse. That's wild. Just think about it. Clips and Kendrick on one song and label execs trying to block it cause they scared it makes Drake look bad. Push had to pay up just to get his voice heard. That's how scared the old heads in these offices are, bro. You see real artistry trying to break barriers and the powers that be moving pieces to keep their chosen golden boys safe from embarrassment. Just make you wonder how much of this industry is really about art and how much is babysitting the image of one dude pushing his bro straight up dipped from Def Jam after this. For them, It was principle over profits. Nowadays, that's rare, but that's what keeps hip hop alive, man. Taking risks, betting on substance, ignoring the corporate ills. On the other side, you got Drake, king of calculated moves, still getting outclassed by people willing to lose money but keep their name clean. Pause for a sec. If you rocking with this breakdown and you tired of the industry lies, go ahead and hit that like button. Subscribe if you ain't already, and drop your own L's or W's down below. I want to know who y'all think is winning this era straight up. Is it Drake still clinging to those fake numbers and drama, or the heads making real noise with timeless music? Do not dip out, trust me. What's coming next gonna have you questioning if Drake can even bounce back, or if the game just left him behind for real. But hold up, we ain't even get to the coldest part yet. While all this shit is going down, Drake got folks talking about his next drop, like the album finna be some massive comeback. He's teasing this new project called Iceman, like it's about to shift the game, like he got some secret weapon in the vault. There's rumors flying about that track. What did I miss? Supposedly, it's built all around the drama he's got with Kendrick, Pusha T, Clips, and even Tyler, the creator, trying to act like this is his moment to air out everything, clap back at everybody who ever doubted him, and finally take control of the story. But I gotta ask, when has an album hint been enough to actually change the culture, especially when your last 5 moves been drop after drop of L's? Bro, anticipation for Iceman ain't really about excited fans. It's a bunch of people watching to see if Drake still got it, or if he just gonna keep rapping about beef like he forget his pen somewhere. All these constant sneak disses and Instagram posts, that's not momentum. That's a sign of a man still caught up in his feelings, trying to turn social media noise into hype because the music just ain't hitting the same. Think about it. When Kendrick or Clips announce music, folks be acting like Christmas done showed up early. It's excitement, it's respect, it's a feeling like the game is about to level up. Meanwhile, Drake got people watching just to see if he finally self-destructs. And for a sec, let's talk about them thinly veiled shots at Tyler, the creator. For real, out of everybody, Tyler, the only dude who don't even need to engage in the drama, he just sits back and wins by being his weird, creative, unbothered self. He never said Drake's name, didn't sub nobody, just went out and did his own thing. And you still got Drake trying to start that narrative up. Like beef is the only way to be relevant. It's tired, bro. And fans can sense when somebody acting desperate versus when somebody making noise naturally. At the same time, you got dudes like LeBron James popping in and showing love to Kendrick, supporting all the Clips history. That's a W. It's always a sign when NBA legends and real hip hop heads are gravitating toward the art that's actually moving the needle, not the fluff. Meanwhile, the only folks still loudly defending Drake online are the weirdest stans, the Iceman fans that act like anybody who criticizes Drake gotta be a hater. Like, bro, nobody hating, we just calling what it is. The emperor got no clothes in the story. So Drake the musician done turned fully into Drake the brand. You see him online making collages of old tour photos like it's supposed to inspire the fans to believe, but honestly, it's looking more like he got lost in his own PR. He's dropped from I make classics to let me remind you what I used to do. That's what happens when your confidence comes from stats and not from self. Dude used to flex about breaking records, just dropping music. Now it's all corporate games and Instagram feeds, as if he don't even want to touch real conversation in the booth because he knows who next up if he tries. Y'all remember when he could just drop a single and everyone and they mama would have to stop and pay attention? Now it's all forced controversy and scrambling to hold on to the last bit of relevance. Like honestly, which one never even had the streets? Don't matter who you are, where you from, if you tapped in, you could feel that it slid off people's playlists so quick. So what if it started with 27 million streams? All that number did was tell the suits they could relax and keep pretending Drake undefeated, till Spotify hit delete and exposed the whole operation. Now, the world sees behind the curtain, and it ain't looking pretty at all for that OVO empire. All that careful image management fell apart with one push of a button, exposing more about the game than any interview Drake ever did. For everybody following real hip hop, it's a W for Drake. It's a wake up call that he can run, but he can't hide forever. But look, I ain't finna say everything about Drake is ill. Let's talk contrast, cause solutions matter too. Bro could have easily stepped into this moment, admitted the numbers ain't what they used to be, then got back to the music with something raw, something hungry, something that didn't sound like it came out the OVO focus group. Even if he just bit the bullet and said, my last single flopped, but I'm coming back hard, the streets would have respected it way more than all this lawsuit and fake stream mess. The blueprint ain't rocket science. Kendrick been giving it to the world since day one. Don't run from the smoke, go through it and let the art talk. Instead, Drake giving legal threats and sneaky captions, making himself look soft at best and lost at worst. Check how Clips and Pusha T moved after their drama with the label. Instead of crying online, they cut ties, paid up to get their song out, and let the work show the world what freedom sound like. That whole Let God Sort 'Em Out album shakes up the system the way hip hop was born to do, challenging the status quo, popping shots at stagnation, and not playing by anyone's rules but their own. That's how you handle adversity. Not by hiding behind millions or crying about being picked on. It's about stepping up and reminding the world why your name even matters. Now we stuck in this weird zone with Drake. The man's supposed to be the biggest in the world, but he out here still beefing with ghost accounts, boosting weak numbers, and acting like victims run this thing. All these camps, Kendrick, Clips, Tyler, got examples of real wins that shake the system. Drake, he just got motion sickness from all the scrambling. What happened to owning up? What happened to setting trends? It's like we not witnessing a run, we witnessing the end of an era that just don't realize it's over yet. With this whole Iceman rollout, you gotta wonder, what's he gonna say this time? Nobody trying to hear another set of half-hearted bars about fighting the haters or flexing on commas. He need to bring back that fire or step all the way back and let the new school run the court. If Drake want to keep making the same songs over and over, fine, but don't expect the culture to hand out dips for showing up, cause that time is dead. Meanwhile, the sound of hip-hop is shifting right before our eyes. You got lyricists back on the charts. Albums matter again, not just singles for TikTok. Real content's winning, and studios scared to hold back verses because they already know the heat gonna leak out anyway. Kendrick, Pusha T, Clips, Tyler, they building something that don't need to ride a wave because they are the wave, you feel me? Drake could have been right alongside, but instead, he chose to gatekeep, sue folks, and let the lawyers write the punchlines. That's an L nobody can ignore. Final thought, I want to see Drake get hungry again. Not this lost in the echo chamber version who start drama online every week because he can't control the story no more. But that's on him. This culture waits for nobody. If you can't evolve, the next one's already snapping on your spot. And best believe, somebody always watching your throne. The numbers ain't lying, the streets not lying, and the fans ain't either. So what y'all think? Can Drake redeem himself at this point? Is Iceman gonna change the narrative? Or is this the last gas before folks just stop checking for him altogether? Drop your thoughts below. Let me know if you think another beef gonna save him or if it's too little too late in this new rap era. Smash that subscribe and like if you still here, cause this channel only giving you that real analysis, no stands, no filters, just truth. Stay tuned, stay sharp. Hip hop's moving. Don't get left behind.